And welcome back to another Myteam video. And in today's video, I'm going to be ranking the best centers in the game in a tier list. And let's see how this will go out, because I think I've been cooking lately in my last tier list. And I hope that this one also cooks just like I was in other ones. I did have something say about my power forward tier list, that I started using Leaky more, who I ranked the top 5, and he actually is not nearly as good as I thought he was. So, yeah, I just don't like the card as much. And the more I got to use his release, the more load ups I'm getting, and the less I'm liking it. So if I were to re-rank that card in that list, I would have him at about C tier, just to add something there that I thought I did wrong in my last list. Okay, so let's go right into the ranking. First up, we've got Chris Bosh in the center tier list. I'm going to be ranking him at C tier. You could argue B, you could argue D, depends how much you like this card. I know some people in the community hate his release. I like it, to be honest. I might put him low D depending on how the tier list goes, but he plays good D. He dunks the ball pretty well. His release is pretty smooth. I like this card, and I'm ranking him at D tier. Okay, now we've got David Robinson, who I also really like in this game. He's probably going S. You could argue high A, you could argue top 5. For now, I'm going S. I still have to see which other cards I have on this list. Let me double check. We've got KPs, but I think I might have to put him top 5. We'll see how this list goes, and we'll sort everything out. No worries. Now we've got Dirk Nowitzki, who's probably high B, low A. You can pick. I'm going low B, because his release is very contestable, but I also like his release, so it's so easy to time. So I am going high B, low A for this card. I might move him up to A. Not sure how this is going to end up. Okay, now we've got Victor Wembanyama, the second best card in the game, in my opinion, behind 100 overall Kristaps, of course. Amazing release, decent speed now with the. Let me just add 2 KDB just here for later. Let's just look at his speed again, just see if I'm not rushing anything. So decent speed. He's got an 85 speed. Yeah, this card is definitely amazing. He might be the best center in the game. He's probably the second best though. KP is too good. But he has an insane release, uncontestable. He's 6'3" or 6'4". He's 6'4", 7'8" wingspan. He's got a 90 free ball, 95 driving dunk, insane defense. This card's unstoppable. I love him so much in this game, and he's gonna be in that top 5 for a while. Now we've got the Dikembe Mutombo, who's absolutely trash. No shooting, pretty slow. I just don't like the card that much, and he's going in my trash tier, the first trash card we've got on this list. And next up, we've got Hakeem Olajuwon, who I like in this game. It's probably going low A, high B. I'm going high B on the center tier list. The reason why I like this card so much is because he has the power forward eligibility, but at center he's just not as OP, and he's going high B for me with that Dirk. They're similar cards. I like both of them. Hakeem plays better defense. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hakeem plays better defense. He's probably going low A. Now we've got Kevin Garnett, who isn't that good either. He's going D tier. He is better than Dikembe because he can hit his wide open free ball, but his release is too slow for my liking, and I'm not even sure why I add him on this list, since he's much better power forward, but I'm ranking him at D tier in this list. I didn't add his dark matter. If any of you are wondering that, he would have gone at that S tier for me. He's just not quite top 5 at center. He is top 5 at power forward though. Now I've got this Victor. He's still probably top 5. Let me just double check which speed he has, just to see if I'm not tripping with this one. How fast? He's 79 speed. That's a bit slow. He's still probably top 5. He's probably still the third best center in the game. I still like Scott a lot. I might move him down to S. I'm not 100% sure, but for now he's going top 5. I've got Brad Daugherty, who's slow, can't shoot. Don't like this card that much. You can hit open occasionally with a 55 free ball, but this card's just at this point in the game, it's not even good enough to play in salary cap. Now I've got this Dirk who also sucks very badly. Bad release, can hardly dunk. Slow, doesn't play D. I hate this card so much. I might have to make even lower tier list, even lower tier than trash for this card because this card sucks so bad. I shouldn't have even added him on this list. He's too bad to be here. His Galaxy Opal's night and day difference. Diamond Boogie also sucks. Can't play D. Not a great release at all. He's fine. Just like no, he sucks. He sucks. Now we've got Yao Ming, who I do like quite a bit. Yao Ming, he's 7'6". I do really like this card. Yeah, he shoots the ball decently well, but he just has low speed and low free ball. So I don't know if I should probably go F, but he's just too tall for me to hate on too much. Yeah, so he probably isn't that. He is usable, but he's not good at all. Now we've got Brad Miller, who at center I like a lot more. He's probably still going high D of Yao Ming. This card is very, very, very mid, like below average. This card, so he doesn't have the highest free balls release as super mid. He doesn't defend well enough at all. He isn't tall enough really at only 6'11". I just don't like this card that much. He's pretty slow. He's just so mid, and that's why I'm going D tier with him. Now we've got Giannis, who is probably C. He shoots decent, like not even. I can't even say decently well. He can hardly shoot. He dunks the ball insanely well. That's something I'll give him. He defends half decently well. I do like that about him. He has heaps of good defensive animations, but this card is just at this point in the game just isn't good enough for my liking, especially because his low free ball. And I'm only going C tier with his release on normal. Okay, next up we've got Zach Randolph. This is gonna be tough. He's probably going D. He can shoot the ball decently well, dunks the ball pretty well, defends really well. Sorry, he can't shoot the ball at all. That's the biggest problem. But he does defend pretty well and he shoots decently well. He is usable. Just as an inside big. And I don't like inside bigs at all. They ruin your spacing. So that's why I'm only going in at D tier. Now we've got Jack Sigma, who's probably C tier, low B, high C. Could argue D. He's going low C for me. Is he Chris Bosh? He's not Chris Bosh level. That's what I mean. So I have to move Chris Bosh up. I do have to move Chris Bosh up. So Jack Sigma, he has a great release. He's just slow, doesn't defend well. Don't like his card that much. People gas him. Overrated. Now we've got Chris Kamen, who I have absolutely sucks. I couldn't even use him a month and a half ago. Yet alone now. He just has a slow release. If you picked him from that lock code, he would have been fine back then, but at this point, he's absolute garbage. Okay, now we're ranking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who at center just isn't as good as power forward. Is he low A? Is he high B? I'm going low A with him, given the fact we have Hakeem, but Kareem just shoots worse than Hakeem, so he is more dominant as a defender and is faster than Hakeem, but you can argue low B. He doesn't shoot the ball well enough for my liking, and in a sense he isn't as overpowered. We have a lot of trash cards in this list. As we are ranking Brook Lopez now, who absolutely sucks. He's going trash tier for me. I hate this card. He's slow. He can't shoot with his horrific release. This card sucks. Do not spend a single empty coin on this card. And I've got Tim Duncan, who at power forward is not nearly as good as, at centre, not nearly as good as power forward. Probably still low as high B, but just isn't that top tier option. Still going high A for me though, and I do really, really, really like Scott. Now I've got Joakim Noah, who's probably C tier. He's dominant in the paint. He's an amazing defender. Just can't shoot well enough. His release is okay, but he only has a 67 free ball, sorry. And that's why I think him and Giannis are very similar guards and should be in the same tier. Okay, now we've got Patrick Ewing, who's probably the same as Zach Randolph. He's probably a little bit better. He's like, yeah, he's not that good. His release kind of is mid. He's probably going to see. His release, he can't shoot really. He can't shoot. He defends really well, dunks really well. Just inside big again. Don't love him. Now I've got Joel Embiid, who is center. I love. He's probably top 5. Power forward, I don't like him as much, just because he's just a bit like, he gets burned a lot, to be honest. I don't love the card too much of power forward. But at center, he's a lot better, and I'm ranking him in at that top 5 position. Now we've got Shaquille O'Neal, who's probably the same as the Dikembe. I'm moving Zach Randolph down. I'm moving... Jesus. There's so many trash cards here, bro. I think Kevin Garnett's good enough to be in deep. Oh my god, no, this really sucks. I've got so many trash heads. So many trash heads. Oh my goodness. So many trash. There you go. I like this a lot more. Okay, so, Joel Embiid's really a beast. I like him a lot at the center position. He's going top 5 for me. This is where it gets tough. KP, is he top? I have to move Joel down. Sorry, guys. Just isn't as good as KP. I love KP so much in this game. He has an amazing release. He dunks the ball, but he's not better than Embiid. I have to move KP down to S tier. Just not quite as good as Embiid or Victor Wembanyama and those type of cards, but he's still amazing. I really recommend picking him up. If you find one under 175 KMT, I really recommend picking it up, and he's really an insane card in this game. Now I've got DJ absolutely sucks. I had him in my team like the first couple weeks in the game, and he didn't even play then. I hate this card so much. He's just slow, can't shoot. Hate him. So many trash cards, Jesus. Now I've got Artist Gilmer, who's also a piece of crap. Can't shoot, slow, sucks again. Now we're getting into some heat. Is Zach Edey S or A? I'm going high A for this card. He's not quite S tier because it is 60 speed, but he's better than Opal Yao Ming. So I'm not sure if he's S or not. I'm not sure. We're gonna see how this ends up. Might move some people down enough, but for now it's going A tier. I love that release. He's my backup center. I really have a lot of success with Scott. He's 7'5". His 60 speed is a problem, especially when guarding cards like Victor Wembanyama or Joel Embiid, who have really high speeds. But this card does everything you want on the floor, and I really, really, really love this card. Now I've got Bob McAdoo at center isn't nearly as good. He's probably, I don't know why I have him on this list. I'm going to move him down because he shouldn't even be on this list, in my opinion, and I just don't like this card at center at all. So I'm not even going to rank him. I would have ranked him at D, but it's just defeats the purpose. Now we've got Will Chamberlain, who can't shoot and is pretty slow. Don't like Scott at all. He used to be amazing in the first week, but we're 5 months in, so grow up if you're still using this card. Now we've got Cat. It's probably same tier as Chris Bosh. They're similar cards, really similar. Cat's 1 inch taller. Chris Bosh has a better release. Cat's better stat and badge wise. They're very similar cards, except Cat's a lot more expensive and Chris Bosh is a buyout. Now I've got Evan Mobley's probably high B. He shoots the ball really well. Not really. Sorry, I meant to say he doesn't shoot the ball well enough with his slow release. Insane defense, very fast. Not his release isn't horrible anymore, but it's still not good enough. So he's a bit too mid for my liking. I've used this card, and trust he's very mid. But he really is worth. If you can find him for a buyout, I don't recommend spending any more than 100 KMT on Evan Mobley. Now we've got Alfred Sengun. It's probably going B. Evan Mobley and Sengun are probably in the same tier. Yeah, in the same tier. Sengun has a much better release than Mobley, but isn't as good, not even near as good as defensively, and isn't as fast. So I like both cards. They're both very good buyout centers. Now I've got Alex Lyles, probably low A, high B. He's probably a bit better than Evan Mobley. Sengun, and that's why I'm putting him at low A. He quite isn't as good as Zach Edey, so I might have to move Zach up and Timmy D up. No, Timmy D is too short. Like that. Because Alex Lyles isn't as good as Zach Edey, but I really do like the Saar card, and he's going to make it. Add that A tier for me. I might have to move Alfred Sengun to see, just because he's too mid defensively and too slow, but he's still a very good card. A very decent card, sorry. Now we've got Yao Ming is probably going A. He's a little bit, that's what I was thinking, like, I can't rank Yao Ming at B, can I? And I also can't rank him at A with Zach Edey, so I had to move Zach up and put Yao at A, because Zach just plays much better D than Yao Ming. And they're basically the same height, so Zach has a much better release than Yao Ming, so I had to, much better 3-point rating and similar releases, so. Now we've got Nikola Jokic. He's probably going high B, low A. He rebounds the ball exceptionally well. He has pretty good interior defense. He's just not fast enough for me, and his release still isn't good enough, so I'm going to high B. Now I've got Marc Gasol. He's very similar to Alfred Sengun. Alfred's a bit faster. Mark is a little bit taller and a better release. So yeah, I think they're very similar cards, and I like both of them a lot. Now I've got Evan Mobley, who absolutely sucks. This Pink Diamond has the worst release in the game. I hate it. He has his trash bait, Evan Mobley based on slow. So I hate the card so much. Can't rank him any higher than that. Now I've got Vitas Sabonis, who's got 50 speed. He's probably still going high B, low A. He's better. He's not even close to as good as Zach Edey. Let me check if they changed his release. I actually forgot about that. Sabonis. He's just too slow for me. Zach Edey he's got 50 speed. 10 speed lower than Yao Ming, and his release is on normal, so he's definitely going low B for me, given the fact that his release is still normal. And yeah, I don't like the card too much. His release isn't amazing, like Zach Edey or Yao Ming's release. Now I've got D-Rob is probably going, this D-Rob is probably low B. He still defends really well, he still shoots decently well. Just not nearly as good as his Opal, and yeah, just don't like the card nearly as much. Now I've got Yi, who is probably high B, low A. Going low A for this card, he's 7 feet tall. An amazing release, just is not that good stat-wise, so I can't go too high with this card. Now I've got Will Chamberlain, is probably a little bit better than Kareem. I like both of these cards. Will is going at high A. For me, low S. You can argue low S. He's just better defensively, faster, and just more of a force inside than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So yeah, that's where I'm going with this card. Now I've got De Silva, who is pretty mid, actually. At center, I don't know why I'm ranking this card. He's 6'9", so I can't rank him. At power forward is actually a very, very good budget card. I'm pretty sure I ranked him at that B or C tier in my last list. I do recommend picking him up if you need a power forward under 10k MT. And I've got Chet Holmgren, who's probably also D tier with that Jack Sigma. They're very similar cards. Chet is probably a little bit worse, going low to D. And yeah, Chet's just too weak. Now I've got Hakeem Olajuwon. Just getting tough. I'm not moving Wemby down, obviously. I have to move D-Rob down. I think he's just very similar to KP, like in KP's level. He's not quite in Embiid or Victor's level or Hakeem. Hakeem is the third best center in the game. He's better than Pink Diamond Wemby. He's not better than Opal Wemby, but he is better than the Pink Diamond due to his speed and just better overall stats and badges. Now we've got Ball at center, who just where am I ranking this card? I'm going in at, I don't know. This is tough. This is very, very tough. He's probably in the same tier as Arvidas, Sabonis. So Lobi. Both have pretty mid releases. Both Ball so much faster. Arvidas has to go down. How tall is Arvidas again? Oh, I'm sorry guys. 7'3" is tall as Ball. So Arvidas is worse than Ball. I have to move him to C. Given the fact that he's not as like 7'5" like Zach Edey or 7'6" like Yami. Ball is just a bit better. He's going low B and Arvidas is going high C. Sorry. Ball has decent release, plays really good D. Just don't love the card too much. He's a bit too mid for my liking. Now I've got Pau Gasol is probably going D. Very, very, very mid release. Very, very mid badges and stats. Just don't like the card that much. I'm going D for this card. Now we've got Shaq, who's probably S. He's not top 5, but he's still really good at center. I just love this card so much more power forward. But his release is still very good. Very bad, sorry. And his defense is insane. An amazing slasher. So in a sense, I just don't like the card as much because he's not as overpowering. Our ranking Kareem is probably going in at low C with Giannis. A very similar cards. Kareem's taller, Giannis faster, Giannis better slasher. Better driving dunker, sorry. Kareem's better inside defensively. Giannis is more versatile at the perimeter. I like both cards a lot, just Kareem can't shoot well enough, and Giannis also can't. Now I've got Joel Embiid. It's probably going in at that low B. Marcus Gasol's also low B. They're very similar cards, Marcus Gasol and that Embiid. They're both pretty mid. They're both pretty slow. They're both 7 feet tall. They both have good releases. I like both cards. Now we've got KP, who's the best card in the game. He's also the best center in the game, obviously. Love this card so much. 7-2 has every needed badge on half, basically. Except Honorable Menace, I think. Just insane. No one has him. Don't be worried. You don't need the card. I think that Pink Diamond Wemby or even Zach Edey can compete enough with that KP. Next up, we've got Boogie. It's probably in at that C tier with Arvidas Sabonis. Very mid. Pretty decent release, but doesn't give you too much on the court. Pretty slow. Don't love the card that much, and I'm ranking him in at that C tier. And yeah, that was the last card I'm ranking. I hope you enjoyed this list. I think I really cooked up with this one. And yeah, see you guys in the next Myteam video. And peace.